Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody, to Inside the Booth. I am your host, Dan the Law, and we have Love It Ever After with us tonight.
Heyo,
What's
heyo.
up?
Hey, everybody. Greetings
And
wherever
tonight,
you are.
that's right, and tonight we are
Mhm.
talking about the wonderful movie Power Rangers 2017. I guess you could say that's like the recent one that they've made so far.
It is the most recent one.
After that movie, I think they just stopped. I know. So I know that. Oh gosh, it was a while ago, and it was after this movie. You know that guy, Jason David Frank. He's passed away
Yes.
now.
Yes,
The
he is.
Green Ranger. He was
Mm-hmm.
talking on Instagram one time about how some people were going to make a full length movie of like the original characters with him in it and
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and it was going to be like a rated R movie, and it was going to be obviously more so fan film made, but it was going to be rated R, and it was going to be like a movie that everybody wanted, and he was hyping it up and like, yeah, we're going to do this. This would be like the best ever. And I think that would
Mm-hmm.
have been cool, a rated R Power Ranger movie.
Oh my
That
goodness,
would be
yes.
sweet.
Tearing
That'd be sweet.
tearing their neck, their throats out and stuff. Ka-cha, with
Tearing the
their
throats out.
their moves. Now, I
Tearing the
thought they
throats
all
out.
made a guest appearance in this movie, but I was watching it and I didn't see the
Yeah, I
original
didn't see
cast.
anyone either.
Because I
No,
thought that they
correct.
were like at least at the end credits, but I don't know. The
Right.
version I
So
had didn't have it.
the version I watched
The
didn't.
version, the pirated one.
The guys were in it. I thought, it's funny because I thought the guy who played Jason, his father, I thought that was the original Jason, but it wasn't. And then I thought the lady in that girl's family, when they're talking around the dinner table, I thought that was uh, the original Kim, but it wasn't. So I
Yeah,
was wrong.
that's
Stupid,
Trini.
stupid me. Yeah. All right. So I guess we can. I'm going to
Yeah,
talk
let's
about
dive
why.
in.
Yeah, let's dive in and talk
Dive
about
into
why
it.
I disliked this movie.
Let's
Um,
bust some moves on this movie.
by some moves. um, Now you probably, I don't know if you liked it or not. And hey, before we dive in, I just see
Uh
there's a
huh.
bunch of comments here. Oh, you too. You're commenting as well.
Mhm.
Um, Derpy says it wasn't bad.
Mhm.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. You know what I mean? Derpy. Hello there. Hey there, scattered night. TMNT. Phil. Funny thing is, I just watched it on Netflix. The Power Rangers. Okay, yeah. Nice, nice.
Mhm.
Um, Derpy says it was good. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was. It wasn't. It wasn't like terrible. I don't. There's some good parts in this movie, and there's some bad parts. Obviously, as an older gentleman in YouTube, I grew up on. I remember when Power Rangers first came out. I grew
Mhm.
up on it, and you know they should have threw some nostalgia in the movie for us old people. Um, Dan dislikes this film. Fake fan.
Fake fan.
That's right.
Cancel
I'm a fake
Dan.
fan.
Cancel them. Oh my god.
Derby
I
says
feel
that's
like
fair,
it
and
was
then it says it came out the wrong time.
the
To be
time.
fair, yeah,
It
you're right.
did.
Timing,
Yeah, it did come out at
timing
the
is
time where a lot
everything.
of people were starting to get upset at the remakes and the Star Wars, was at its
Right.
peak. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
a lot of people were very upset.
And you had uh, the MCU is starting to come to an end at this
Mm-hmm.
time, and people were more interested in that. Um, I think they tried to make this movie more like a superhero MCU movie, which which is one reason why I kind of disliked it a little bit because Power Rangers it's their own thing. Don't try to make it
Mm-hmm.
a it came out in March 2015, which had movies like that's true, Derpy. So
Yeah.
I mean it's not a terrible movie, but it's not really a good movie either.
I feel
Like
like it's a
we were
comfort
talking.
movie,
Yeah, it's an okay movie. I liked the costumes. I think they should have done a little bit better with costumes.
Mm-hmm.
There's some things about the costumes I was like, eh. Um, Beauty and the Beast, Logan, King, the Kong Skull.
Kong,
Yep,
yeah. Skull Island,
yep,
yeah, that was a
that's
wild
true.
one.
And Beauty and the Beast came out. Yep,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Logan was a big one. You're
Yeah,
right
I
about
just
that.
don't think this got enough
Um,
of fanfare. So
right, right.
I enjoyed it.
Um,
There's a lot of parts where I kind of laughed out loud.
did you?
You slapped the bully.
Oh, slap the bully. I
Yeah,
thought it was kind of, I don't know, that
it's
was weird.
yeah. It's see, for a man to slap another man, it's like calling him the B word.
Right, of
So
course, of course.
it's it's like
That is what it is, to be
you just
honest.
it's
Hey, did you just
basically the same
slap
thing.
me?
Did you just slap me?
Um,
Come on now.
another
So
another thing that irritated me was the whole um Billy Grayson or no, Billy, the guy Billy, the
Cranston.
blue guy,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He, the original. If they didn't use the original names, maybe it would have been, it wouldn't have bothered me so much.
Yeah.
But he was a white nerd, not a black nerd. The black guy was Zach, and in this they used like a Chinese guy for Zach. But
But
the
if you
but
think about
yelled
it,
the
they
but
replaced
the
the black one in the original with Johnny Bosch. So,
okay, but I'm talking about original. That's what I mean.
then
Um,
you're talking about Super Sentai.
right. And the girl was the Japanese. She wasn't Chinese.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had a crush on both those girls when I was a kid. I mean, they were good looking.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Instead of being a male, why didn't they use the female? And well, I don't know. It's not like it was bad. Their acting wasn't that bad either. It was just
Mm-mm. There was some little bit of bad acting, but yes,
derpy.
you don't get jokes either.
I
You're gonna find that
I
out.
hate adversity.
He's definitely about an exclusion.
Um, as much as your mustache. Yes, the stash. It was funny. I cut my hair today, and then when I looked in the mirror, I was like, I almost look like a Jim Carrey Eggman from the
Yeah, you
first Sonic
do.
movie. I was like, ooh, ooh.
Oh, yes. Do an update on your car real quick. Tell people about that.
Ah, okay. Well, my car broke. A transmission problem, and transmissions are expensive. If
Mhm.
nobody knows, they're very expensive, like thousands of dollars. But I found one in the junkyard. It was a few $100, and then obviously the guy's like, "Hey, I'll do it for like $800." So I'm like, "Okay,
Mhm.
that sounds good. That sounds decent." And life sucks, and you gotta pay lots of bills, and so I just can't save up enough money fast enough to to fix the car. If it would take me probably a whole year to be able to save up enough
Mhm.
money. So
But it's
just
just not any car, though. We explained to him what kind
that's
of vehicle
true.
it
That's
is.
true.
You need to.
It's my family car first, and then it's the Ghostbuster car second.
Ghostbusters.
But I was going to add more to it this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I can get it fixed. We've raised already $225 to be able to, on GoFundMe. I do not have the link down below, but maybe I'll add it after our
Yes.
show is done.
Mm-hmm.
For those of
And
you
so
who
you
want to
drive
help out
around
the
kids
GoFundMe.
and stuff like that, right? So
Yeah, and we do the trick or
some
treats, and the kids
morale.
love it. Ooh,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
So hopefully
Yeah.
this year, if I get it fixed, I'll put up a couple lights and some like other gadgets
Mm-hmm.
on the roof, so it'll look cooler and be more Ghostbustery.
Yeah.
So that's that. Did I hit the goal? No.
Not yet.
Hi, Uncle Mike. I did not hit the goal yet, but still getting there. It's tough. I so like, you know how it is, right? I know this is way off subject, but so I typed in a thing, I copied it,
That was weird.
so I could just copy and paste to a bunch of friends,
Mm-hmm.
on Messenger or emails and stuff like this. And Facebook and some of these other things, when you do it too many times, they start being like, hey,
It's
you must have
spam.
been, it must be spam, or it must be a
Mm-hmm.
scam, or maybe you got hacked and somebody's used it, so
Yeah.
it's like, it sucks, because then I have to, after I do all that, I have to type, let people know, hey, this is me, I promise.
Yeah.
Even though those scammers who hack your thing, they always say, oh, it's me.
It's me too. Yeah. Totally
So
me.
it's really hard to
Yeah.
raise money nowadays. Like
Mm-hmm.
before Facebook got, I think it was probably before 2020, maybe a little bit before that too, before Facebook got kind of more on the popular side for the spammers and the scammers and the, which sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
that's it.
definitely post it in the description. If I was a mod, I would have already put the
Would have
link in the
already done it.
chat. But yeah.
Sorry.
It's alright. You're lame.
I don't have you as a mod. Oh well,
No.
I'll have to fix that.
Nah. But let's get on with the movie. We're excited.
Let's
See,
go
me and
back to the
Dan have
movie.
two different opinions of this movie, it seems. So
Yes,
might be a little bit of beefing.
That's it. All right, Power Rangers.
Dun,
So here's
dun,
their
dun,
costumes.
dun.
I mean,
I'm not
I
a big
don't know.
fan of those costumes.
They're
I really-
okay. I like
Too
like
shiny.
that they kind of kept the helmet similar to the
Yes,
old one,
they did.
where it's got a little bit of the face underneath, and then the still the old ones are definitely better.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
you could
Tommy.
Well, I'm glad they updated them a little bit, but the old ones, they look more like the dinosaur character or whatever,
Yeah, the characters that they take on. Like with Trini, she's got the fangs for her saber tooth.
Right.
And then
exactly.
For Kimberly, she's got kind of like the eyes of a pterodactyl kind of thing going on. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there's the new crew.
The new crew.
I like how they meet all in the quarry, the mine quarry,
Oh, right. I don't know. I thought that was weird, though.
There. Kind of like with the movie.
And I thought, what I thought was weird was the whole swimming in the little pool area. They had to swim down to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's almost like a Pirates of the Caribbean type style.
Yeah,
where they swim
the
down and then they're up.
At
and
World's
then they're
End.
up again.
At World's
right,
End.
Right, at World's End, yeah. where they swim so far down that they're right side up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this movie copied a couple of things. I mean, it's not
Not
terrible.
a ton.
But I want to talk about the
The baddie.
villain,
Yeah,
the
Rita.
baddie. She looks more like, what's his name from the MCU? Loki.
Loki.
She's more like a Loki, I mean, come on, guys. You can't do any. You couldn't make it look a little different because she's got the staff, and I understand. I get it. I understand. The staff was in Power Rangers with the bad lady.
But she looked like a boho chick in the
one. Right, yeah. And this girl is, hottie trotty with.
Yeah, they definitely try to vavoom her. Vavoom.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay, but I mean, I don't know.
Dan's having a hard time with this one.
I am. I like the campiness of the show. This didn't have too much campiness and too much.
I always torture you with movies.
Come on, guys. I mean, can anyone agree with me? It's not campy enough. It's not. I don't know.
They had some jokes. They made some campy jokes in there for sure. Not really PG.
Right,
jokes,
but
so.
Okay, but I'm talking about the acting and the way they fought and the campiness of how goofy it was. Just the whole show was goofy. I think that's why I liked it as a kid, because it was just goofy and dumb,
It was.
Now it's now this is not goofy and dumb at all. And
this makes me want to go back and rewatch it. Is what this makes me want to do, because it just brings up a little bit of nostalgia with me. I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. It made me think about my memories and I had to do some digging.
My memories.
Memories. I had to is that how it was? Is that how I remember it? During comparisons and stuff. But I tried not to try to build it up to the same, because it'll never be the same. I want
to see what Derby said up here a little bit earlier. Sorry that we got off track. The only con of this movie is having the Zero Crystal introduced this early. Yeah.
Because I think it was season 3 or something like that where they did the Zero Crystal.
Yeah. So apparently they had probably, I guess they had 6 writers. They had a few guys come on, and then they're like, well, I don't like that, but I like this portion and I like this portion. So they got someone new. They wrote a different thing. They took portions of everybody's writing and just kind of smashed it together and made.
Yeah. You can see that when Rita comes up on the fish boat and it's not really clear, does she eat the people, or is she just taking the gold off of them? I don't. How is she getting youthful again? I'm just kind of a little bit taken aback on that one.
Is she eating fish when she's when the homeless guy finds her? Is she eating fish, or is she eating a person? It's I don't know.
Feel bad for the homeless person. We'll never know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she eats the gold. She's like, gold,
Yeah, that was weird. Why eat it?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess she's an alien, right? Is that what that whole thing is? She's an alien from a different outer space thingy.
Yeah.
Eats the gold. Why?
Eat the gold. She watched Austin Powers, and she's like, gold.
Yeah, that was weird. That was too weird for me. Anyways, let's get into.
Let's start in the
plot.
rating. Yeah, the plot.
Let's start rating this. The plot of the movie.
Let's find some teenagers with spunk.
Yeah, the plot was. It was okay. The teenagers, how they found. I don't know. I don't know if I like how they found the stuff though. Oh,
How
it's
they
in
just
a
were
it's in a
hammering
rock.
into the
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I see that in the rock. Oh, let's hammer it out. Oh, that's cool. And they called it a coin, whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't go, it's morphin' time.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And do their
Why did they do that?
pose. Yeah, that is like the key thing that you're missing in this
It's
movie.
like,
I think it would have done so much better.
morphin' time.
Yeah. I mean, I like that they didn't give them the powers immediately. Like it was just not like, poof, you're the Battle Ranger, you know everything. Like they had to get their butts
Right.
kicked, they had to train, and they had to earn it. So
Right. I
they
kind
weren't
of
just
get that,
plucked out. Yeah.
but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. I
So
liked,
the plot is Zod and Reader are fighting on old Earth with the dinosaurs that used to be there, and she betrayed the group. She killed, the Yellow Ranger and stuff, and he's trying to. He collects all the power stones, and he's like, whoever's like Thor, whoever's worthy enough will wield it, right?
right.
Whoever's
So dumb.
worthy.
It was
And
kind of dumb.
but they take it by force too. So I mean, are they really worthy? Because they were
Yeah, it's
hammering
weird.
it out. It's not like the
Right.
stones came to them.
And then they turned into like superheroes when the next morning, like they got
Yeah.
bit
Oh
by a
yeah.
spider, and they're like, "Oh, now we're really strong.
We're
Look at
strong.
me. Ooh, I break things. Just I
Yeah.
stand still when someone punches me in the head, and they fall over.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah. I don't
just
think the original
was.
had that type of strength. I don't remember that part. See,
I
that's
don't
why I
think so.
want to
I think they were more
rewatch
like
this.
martial artists. Oh, I'm a
Yeah.
martial artist. Yo, 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 yo. These guys that
Mhm.
didn't know anything, and then now they're strong, and okay, now we got
Mhm.
to do some training to be good
There was a lot of
fighters.
car accidents in this. A lot of
Yeah,
car accidents. I'm like, come
somebody
on,
loves
guys,
car accidents.
stop rolling the cars.
Someone must have wanted to do like a western or something, because the
Yeah,
train hits the
transporter.
car, and
Hmm.
then like somebody's like, "Hey man, we just got to throw in these cool parts. Oh, how are we gonna fit that in? I don't know. Throw the kids in the car and say, oh, they
Hmm.
got hit by something.
By
It's just gonna look
train.
cool.
Like,
It's
come
gonna
on.
look cool."
So
Yeah.
crazy. Another funny instance is like when the Blue Ranger, gets in the water and drowns and they're all freaking out like they don't know how to do CPR. Like
Yeah. What? Yeah.
they drag
That's
his
another
dead
thing that. Yeah.
body
Yeah.
down to
Why
the
didn't they
water
do
more.
CPR first and do the
Yeah.
compressions on his
I
chest? He
have
probably would
none
have
of these seen a
survived it.
movie. Yeah.
He probably would have survived and lived. Didn't the school ever
Mhm.
teach him anything in that school? Like,
No,
hey,
and did they
'cause I
watch a
remember
movie?
CPR class. Right? Yeah. Didn't
Yeah.
they ever watch
It's
a
in the
movie? I
movie.
remember
Yeah,
CPR
come on
class
now.
though. Phys ed. Goodness.
Lord of mercy. So anyways, Blue Ranger is a little bit on the spectrum. It's a type of dance
Right. Right.
move.
Yeah.
And
It's a type of dance move. And that's okay. I understand.
and
Okay,
he
make him
helps find the stone. Like he's really smart. I like that they made him brainy and that he's
right.
intelligent
Well,
and he's thinking ahead. He's like, wait a minute. He's
okay.
mentioning or
Well,
like
his
this
name is Bill.
crystal.
That's why.
Yeah.
So
He's a smart guy.
he's
So
this Bill's the nerdy smart guy.
mhm.
Um. So I don't know. And in
And
the
then they
end,
have a
when they
problem, and then they don't
yeah,
have a problem.
right.
Uh,
It takes too long to get to
yes,
the
there's a
end
lot of
plot,
relationship
basically.
building, not a
Right.
lot of action. There's not too
Right.
much action in this. It's a really
Yeah.
big build up. And then it's
And
kind of like
it's
it
almost
doesn't
like
almost pay
there's a
off
few
though.
different plots, and it doesn't
Yeah, there
really work.
is. Yeah.
It doesn't like pan out nicely.
Yeah.
It doesn't like, fall
And then the
in.
slap to space.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Get your
gosh.
butt to space.
So for me, the plot gets no point.
Oh,
I don't. I don't give it a
ruthless.
point at all.
Oh my
I don't give it a
gosh.
point. Forget about it. No
Forg-
point.
My goodness. I'll give it a point. They landed the plane. So, I mean.
All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. I'm looking for a pen.
He's got to get his pen.
I'll get my pen out. The pen to write down stuff. There we go. All right.
I give it one because it's multiple plots in one.
Because there's many.
Acting.
The acting was decent. There's some parts where it seems a little not that great, but of course, you know, the TV show wasn't the best acting anyways. It was campy.
Yeah, it was really cheesy.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Right. So there's some parts where it is cheesy, and I don't know if that's because they wanted to make it cheesy to say, hey, we're like the show, you know, back in the old days. But then they go serious in some points. So
oh yeah.
I don't know. It's okay. The acting's okay. I'm not gonna give it a full point, but I'm not gonna give it a 0 either.
Yeah,
so
I'll give it half.
I'm just gonna give it a half a point.
They did their jobs, and you had some good actors in there, like Cranston and what's her face, Elizabeth Banks.
I think the main thing is that it tries to be like an MCU movie, and that's
I didn't like Alpha.
I think that's why. Right, you're talking about Alpha 5,
the robot.
He was weird. I mean, he was okay to me. Like, it was all right, whatever. You know, he's a robot. But I think the main issue I've been having, even with the acting, is that they tried making it more like MCU movie, and it doesn't hit all the time. You know, some of the jokes didn't really land properly. But you know, obviously, my opinion, and your opinion's a little different, and you know, I forgive you for that.
I like the moment where they're trying to bond over the fire and stuff like that, but you know, some of them aren't willing to open up yet.
Right.
Oh, they got secrets.
Yeah. Wade, thank you. I'll get there. No worries. So you said half a point for acting too?
Yes. Yeah. They had their, you know, their lines, and they delivered it to the best of their abilities.
They delivered their lines.
They delivered their lines.
Good job.
They weren't like
thumbs up.
You know, they didn't have a blank face syndrome, you know.
Right. Now, so here's my issue with one of the problems I had with the acting was when they were telling their stories around the fire, you know?
Yeah.
Some of them were a little bit serious, and they tried to get so serious, and then the girl, when she started talking, it was like kind of flat, like she didn't have like that emotion.
Oh, the Trin one?
Yeah. Like Zach had the emotion, like, you know, his mom's sick and
ill, and he don't know how long she's gonna be alive, and it scares him, and
right, and that's why he's mad all the time or angry
and not there.
Yeah. And then it went into Billy, and his was okay.
But Adam's like, you already know about me. It's like, please stop that. Stop it.
Right.
Open up.
Yeah, it was goofy.
And then the dynamic between him and his dad, like fighting, and oh my God, I don't know if they would ever steal a bull. Like, that is just the silliest thing to get in trouble for.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my opinion on the acting. Next.
Next.
The cinematography. Cinematography.
I liked the cinematography here. It wasn't really overdone. It felt realistic. The scenes of like the mine and the water and just very soothing to me.
Yeah, I'll give you that. There's some scenes that were good. Yeah, for sure. And then there's, in my opinion, some scenes were just a little off. You know, like you knew it was computer generated, and it was just like almost too much, I guess.
Yeah, like when he jumped down onto the van and dented the van, and when they're running and stuff. Yeah,
that was okay. I'm talking about like where the spaceship and the big monsters and all. It just looks.
Oh yeah, the rock goblins. Which make me
and
think of Galaxy Quest.
What were they called? Putty guys or something like that?
No, I don't know what they're called. They're so weird. But it made me think of Galaxy Quest, and you're right. It's like the person who wrote this just collected things from other movies. He's like, the rock people were cool.
Right. Well, I know in the in the original they were like little. They were guys in gray costumes. And,
yes.
And they're easy to beat.
They were.
You hit them in the chest and they go whoa, 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 and then they disappear, right? And this one is like he did say hit them in the chest. That's their weak point. But they never hit him in the chest.
No, they lift him up and poof.
Yeah, and do that, or they kick their legs out or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I like when the suit came out of the ground, because they were all fighting in their mecha robots, right? And they get pushed down.
Okay.
And then it comes up. It wasn't my favorite of their builds.
No,
definitely
weird. They did it better in the show.
In the show,
sure. Yeah, they did it better in the show.
The mecha was definitely better.
Yeah, it was.
What did you think about the gold creature?
The gold guy.
I don't remember the gold. Yeah, her gold mecha.
I should have did a photo of the old stuff, but yeah, he was in the old one, but his name was different, and he was like a bigger villain, I guess.
Yes,
bigger as in he was there all the time. He wasn't like huge, but he was there with
he played a big role with Rita.
Yeah, with Rita.
He was like her right hand man.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah. So the cinematography was okay. I'll give it a half a point, because there were some parts that was really good, some parts not so much. But they, I guess they tried. They did a
I'll give it half a point too.
Yeah. Oh, by the way you were saying, I thought you were gonna give it a whole point.
I just like the waterfall thing, the big pool of water.
That's the only thing I like out of the movie.
Is the water.
It's the water.
Is the water.
Before we get into the music, though, let's do a short. And when I say short, I mean a short commercial break.
What is this place? What is it that you do here? Merchandising. Merchandising, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Beautiful.
So those of you who do watch us from time to time, or constantly, or all the time, if you like what we do, if you like what we talk about, all these goofy movies, good movies, bad movies, movies that we like, movies that we dislike, if you like what we do, Don't forget to support us by liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing. Hit that share button. Share it with your friends. Tell your friends, hey, these guys are goofy. Let's watch them.
Don't forget the notification bell.
Ding, ding. And ding the bell so you get notified for more content that we post. Also, if you want to help us financially, you can go over and buy our merchandise at www.insidetheboothtv.com/shop. And you can buy t-shirts, hoodies, neck gaiters, mugs, and a lot of other stuff that's on the shop. That after you click from the shop page, it brings up more stuff. Because it goes to, we have, what is it called? TeePublic and Teespring. So
yes,
those are the places that it will take you. But we got a bunch of stuff. Go ahead and buy something if you like what we do. All right. Back to the talking of
Power Rangers. Saban.
Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power
What'd you think
Rangers.
about their mechas?
What do you mean? The dinosaur things?
Yeah, they're dinosaurs.
The robot vehicle thingy-mabobbers.
Yeah.
I thought some of them were cool. But again, like the T-Rex looked like a T-Rex. The running, which was supposed to be a saber tooth, did not really look like a saber tooth at all.
Yeah. Too skeletonized that they made them.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it's their skeletal bodies, right?
Yeah. I did like the fact where the what is the flying dinosaur called?
Pterodactyl.
Oh yeah, I like the fact that the pterodactyl wings was used as the sword, as the swords. You know, that was cool.
That was like the only part about their fight.
It kind of was. I do miss the original sword that they do have.
Yeah, because they went shoom.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, that was kind of cool. The wings came off and you used them.
Yeah. Yeah, the boss fight was a little bit lackluster for me.
Yeah. It was kind of cool to see like the animals jumping on the big gold guy though, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't really look like they were doing too much, but they jumped on him anyways.
So that thing without the wings looks like from Thor, the first one, you know, those Centials.
Okay.
You see that without the wings?
Okay.
It look it's just gold. Gold.
Right. Gold.
That's what I thought this whole time in the movie.
Right. Another thing that I had an issue with was the suits, right? I liked the suits, kind of like the suits, but sometimes the suits looked 3D generated completely.
They
like
did.
Iron Man
that's
suit,
why I didn't like them. I think that's why they made it too shiny, so it could be generated.
And even though you know, it would have been cool to see. Like, I don't know if they had a practical suit too, or if they had like parts that were practical. It would have been just cooler to see some more practical-ish type suits.
Yes.
Like, do the armor thing, but have it, like, you know, practical, like these guys, you know?
Yeah. Oh, man. That just brings memories.
The tights. They just wore tights, spandex, you know? Which is okay.
Spandex. Yeah.
But,
fireproof.
You know, fireproof. That's it. It was what's her name from The Incredibles made the suit?
Yeah.
Bulletproof and all that stuff.
Why do I need that?
Right. Let's talk about the music.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the score, the music of the movie.
I couldn't figure out if it wanted to be like Tron-esque or if they were trying to be hip. with the music, it was all over
It
the
was all
place.
over.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the music. Like it worked, I guess, but it wasn't like fantastic, you know. It was just kind of so I probably am gonna give the music a 0.
Yeah. The one I liked, with the main one that made me say Tron, is when they finally morph. It's morphing time. Finally,
It's and he questioned the morphing time thing. He didn't like it's morphing time.
Let's do that
instead of be like, it's morphing time.
Yeah,
Come on, guys, let's get this. Let's do this. Ooh.
Do it.
And he should have said it a few, he should have been like, let's say it more than once, like when they first tried. Come on, guys, it's morphing time. It would have
been cool and cringy,
morph,
like camping, if they all said it together,
right?
And did, pose. That would have been so cool.
That would have been brought some nostalgia and be like, okay, I can get behind their morph.
But the one I said was like Tron is like finally when they morph, and then it doesn't show them morphing, but them walking, in their new suits. I like that song. In their new suits.
Yeah. And they're walking down all together.
Yeah, I didn't dislike the music, but it was a little bit chaotic. So I'll give it half a point.
Half a point.
Mm-hmm. I'm all about chaos. So chaos.
So last but not least, everybody.
Yeah.
The allegory of this
movie. Friends before villains, guys.
That's right.
You gotta have a friendship before you can beat those baddies.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Did you glean a allegory from this?
Yeah, there is one. Turning that off kind of took away my light. That's all right. There kind of is one. It's about friendship, brotherhood. Like we can't do anything without each other. And being accountable to each other. And that goes with our walk in Christ. We can't do anything without Christ, and when we need help, we need our brothers and sisters to say, hey, we can do this, even if we do mess up. There's always forgiveness there.
Yeah. And acknowledging your setbacks so you can overcome those.
Right. And not to be afraid, don't be afraid of the future. Because you never know what it might hold.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Anxiety sucks. I used to be a very anxious person, and I used to stress out about a lot of things. But once you get the rock, you're steady.
That's right. And if you mess up, it's okay.
Solid ground.
Your brothers and sisters should be there to help you, lift you up, and say, hey, man, we don't care what you've done. Yeah. Which it's weird because the things that they did as kids weren't really like bad things. They were just stupid things,
Yeah, we're all stupid. We all do stupid things.
We all do.
It's like when a toddler learns how to walk, but they'll fall on occasion. How are we any less in our walk with Christ? We're gonna have those moments where we fall on our face and trip over something. So
this is true. So I guess I can give it a point.
Yeah, we'll go a point for good feels. Good feelings.
Good feelings. I don't know about good feelings. If there was more nostalgia, then there'd be better feelings.
And you'd be upset about all the member berries that they were throwing at you. Nobody can ever win.
No, you know what's funny is I don't get upset with member berries. I love them. I'm the type of guy that I want more member berries.
You relish in them.
Yeah, because it reminds me of the old stuff. And I want to watch the old stuff, It's ooh, let's watch it. But yeah. Okay. So let's tally this up. Let's see if we got what
5
other people have got.
Let's see. I didn't count, but I'm guessing it's a 5.
Yeah. Oh, you're pretty darn close. Guess what it is?
4.5.
A 5.5.
Yeah.
5.5.
This movie's not that bad. It's a comfort film if you don't have the OG to go to. But you have the OG, put that one in.
That's true. And right now, this movie is on YouTube, so you guys can watch it here on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's probably because it doesn't make a lot of money because it's not that great of a movie. That's why it's on YouTube.
I think there's like this loophole where some people can upload movies without getting in trouble. It's insane.
It's weird, right? Yeah.
This is the second movie I've come across in a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And I have seen like YouTube, they do post some movies for free. And then, but there's other movies you have to have YouTube Prime, I think it's called.
Premium.
So, premium, yeah.
Yeah. I know I was going to watch this off of Amazon Prime, but then I realized it had a rental fee, and I said, oh no, bump that.
Yeah, yeah.
Off to the high seas I go. Your girl love it's too cheap for that.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, if I had to, I would have paid for it and told you. Told you how to get to watch it from my thing. So
thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I've done it before,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, everybody. 5.5 out of 10.
5.5. It's not a rotten apple, but it's close to getting.
It's not a terrible movie. Yeah. Like I said in the beginning, not a terrible movie, but not a great movie either. It's middle of the road, and obviously that's how we see it. It's like a middle of the road movie. It's if you enjoy the movie, it's one of those fun movies you can just watch every now and then and be like, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But it's probably a movie I might watch it again, maybe somewhere down the road, but I probably
watch it with the kids.
Probably not right. It's probably not one of those movies where I'll watch it all the time,
Yeah.
But
I definitely want to rewatch the original, so I will be finding out how to get my hands on those.
Yeah. For sure. Compare and contrast. They probably have well, like Phil said, he was watching it on Netflix. You said that's right, you don't have Netflix anymore.
I told you I'm a cheapskate.
cheap.
cheap.
That's what the bird says. Cheap.
Except for when it comes to pizza, and then I'm all in on pizza.
Yeah, pizza's the thing, huh? Pizza's your thing.
It is.
So yeah, everybody, thanks for stopping in, checking us out, watching this wonderful review.
Give us your thoughts and opinions on it. Please bombard Dan's comment section with how much he hates diversity.
Yes. How much I dislike diversity. You diversity people. Yay. What is wrong with you?
Don't want to be included in this. No way.
Because I'm not diverse at all.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because I am Sicilian Italian, right? So
I did not know that. What is up with you men around?
Huh?
My husband's half Sicilian.
Oh, is he? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Sicilian's good.
Yep.
It's a good
pie, yes.
It's a good pasta.
It's good meatball. Yeah, I got the family recipe of the meatballs and the spaghetti sauce.
Yep. And remember, everybody, Sicilians were hated really badly when we came to America.
Yes.
But I consider myself as a American, so I'm not hated anymore. I'm loved. I'm loved by my family.
Yes, loved and cherished.
Loved and cherished. All righty then.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by and saying hi.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming over and stuff.
Look forward to torturing Dan with the next movie. So you guys just let me know.
That's it.
I can do it. I put in a word.
That's it. If you guys want me to watch a bad movie that Love It might like, go ahead and leave some comments down below. Some movies that are diverse. Where I can hate on. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you all later.
Bye. Go, go, Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Gonna save the day. That's right.
That's right.
That's
it's
right.
Over.
Which one is your favorite?